All right. Today we are going to learn software engineering knowledge. Okay, we are going to learn the concept of software engineering knowledge. What is software engineering knowledge? What is the importance of learning this concept in software engineering subject? Okay, so why it is important? Now let us discuss these points. First of all, okay, whenever we want to learn this subject, so this total subject, software engineering total subject, is about development of a particular software project. Okay, how to develop particular software development project, what are the processes. Okay, if you will follow those processes, we will develop such kind of projects in a smooth manner. Here in this subject, we are learning about different approaches, different ways to complete a given project. What is the software engineering subject motive? So here we are going to learn how to develop a project in a smooth manner. If we want to reach our destination, so what are the approaches we should follow? By following those, okay, we should reach a successful destination. For that sake, here we are learning software engineering subject. Clear? So development of a project has some process. If you want to develop one project, so how do we going to develop a project? We should follow some steps. For not only software, for any kind of work, we should follow some set of rules and regulations, or otherwise some set of steps to complete that one. For everything in your daily life, whatever we are doing, so we are we are going to take any kind of if you want to finish any kind of tasks in our daily life, okay, by following some approaches, where we should complete, we are going to complete such kind of things here, isn't it? If you want to go for finish off your lunch, how you are going? Okay, first of all, you are going to do some hand wash. After that, you are going to, I mean first of all, if it is a hostel, you may clean your plate itself, and even even glass or water bottle itself. So later you will take some food on your plate. Okay, after finishing off what curry with rice, then you will go for some what curd rice. So like that you are going, I mean, if you want to finish your lunch, you will follow some kind of steps, isn't it? Okay, nobody is going to take without cleaning the plate. Okay, nobody is going to take a lunch or dinner. Or first of all, if they'll finish off their food with the curd rice, then they'll go for rice with curry. No, all are following some set of approaches, rules, whatever that may be. Okay, we have learned from our elders, or that our own, that is different. Nobody is trying to change some rules and regulations of nature. Okay, not only that, if I'm starting some classes, I'm teaching some classes, means how I am following from the topic name to end. I didn't teach you from last point to first point, isn't it? Have you understood? Suppose I mean, suppose I want to teach in such a manner, okay, from bottom to top. Is it understandable one? No. Otherwise, if I'll take the topic directly from last topic of a unit, okay, would we understood? Would you understood that? No, you can't. Okay, without knowing that what is the introduction of that particular concept, we can't understand the last concept or last topic in that particular unit, isn't it? So first of all, we should learn some basics, then only we'll move to the next, like that. So here also, for developing some project, okay, we should follow some approaches from starting to ending. So this a software engineering subject is a collection of some approaches or principles or practices, frameworks, whatever it may be. These all will be supported to you. Which purpose? God. Okay, which purpose you are going to, we are going to, sorry, right? So here we are having different approaches, different methodologies, different concepts to fulfill a project or to complete a project work, right? So here, software engineering knowledge. Okay, now we are going to discuss about software engineering knowledge. The word only we got a new one. Software engineering is a regular word whichever we are discussing in everyday topic. Okay, so knowledge is, so why we are going for this word knowledge? First of all, see the first point here. You often hear people say that software development knowledge has a 3 years half life. 3 year half life. Half of what you need to know today will be absolute within 3 years, which means whatever the software development, if you are going to develop a some one project, okay, if we started something learning related to a particular project development, okay, that particular technologies, particular what tools lifespan is up to only 3 years. Of if suppose this day to day the technology is changing rapidly, isn't it? So that's why whatever the technology we have used 3 years back, that is that kind of technology or no, tools are not supported in today's work. So today again we are going to start to learn some new technologies or new things to develop a particular project, isn't it? If you learn today something, if you learn today something, okay, to develop a project that may be old technology after 3 years. Got my point? So whatever you have learned today, that may be okay, old version after 3 years. So every 3 years that technology may be changed. Okay, that's why here for developing one project, whatever you have learned, okay, related to that project development, that may be that may be changed. That knowledge is not useful after 3 years. That is the word. Okay, we are discussing now. After 3 years, today's knowledge is not going to support you. So then what we will do? What we have to do? If today one language I have learned, okay, that is not supported after 3 years, means what should I do? Okay, so in such a case, okay, this word, whatever the this word, which means the whatever the thing I have discussed only for 3 years of knowledge, that knowledge is related to a domain of technology related knowledge only. Technology related knowledge only. It is particular to specific domain only. Okay, for few technologies, for few what languages, okay, many languages are available in market. By using such languages, we can develop one project. But after 3 years, okay, those tools are not supported to develop, real-time problems. Such a case, okay, that's why whatever we have learned technology related to a software development, okay, that is only for 3 years only. So if you want to keep your knowledge, the software engineering knowledge, okay, until the end of our career, whatever I have gained, whatever I have learned today, okay, in software engineering, okay, that learning things should be stay until my career end. So for in such a case, what should I do? Okay, for that you should go for, okay, to learn software engineering principles. What you have to do? Instead of learning some technology related to your software engineering, better to first of all you should learn software engineering principles. Okay, should learn software engineering principles. That does not have a 3 year half life. That does not have a 3 year half life. And these software engineering principles are likely to serve a professional programmer throughout his or her career. Instead of learning, okay, domain knowledge, domain in the sense it's a specific part related to a specific part. So instead of learning domain knowledge, if you learn the software engineering principles, so that software engineering principles knowledge is support to you until your career end. Clear? Instead of this, if you learn only some domain technology related to a particular software development, then it has a life span of only 3 years. That will work for only 3 years. After 3 years, it will become what, a older one. Then you need to adapt new technologies again. You should learn new concepts, and again what new tools, something. Okay, something like that. That is one kind of knowledge, and this is another kind of knowledge. If you are strict to the principles, then your knowledge is until end of your career. If you are strict to some domain or some particular instead what instant things or instant technologies, that will support you only for few years, not for days, until for few years itself. This is about software engineering knowledge. Okay, gain knowledge by learning software engineering principles. So how to gain the knowledge of software engineering? By learning some principles. So principles means principles what? Principles related to a process. Principle related to a what? Practice. Principle related to your communication. Principle related to your planning. project communication, project planning, project designing, project construction, okay, project testing. So like that, project framework has 5 phases now, whichever we have learned in earlier sessions. Whichever we have learned in earlier sessions, there are, each and every framework has 5 activities or 5 phases. So for each and every phase, there is a set of principles. For each and every phase, we have some set of principles. So not only for the phases, even for main process also we have some set of principles. Not only that process, okay, in process there is a practice, there is a word practice is also included. That practice is also having some principles. If you learn all these principles, if you gain the knowledge of all these principles, okay, then you can use any kind of technology, you can use any kind of what methods, either prescriptive methods or as agile methods, any kind of method you should be used into your project development. Okay, learn in such a way, learn for permanent, not for temporary. If you learn for something, that is for temporary or for permanent. Okay, if you learn for something from basics onwards, standards, that's why some standard we should follow some standard. In childhood onwards, we are learning one word. What was that? Okay, you should learn from basics onwards. So then only you can apply that small, your knowledge anywhere related to that particular area. If you are not learning basics, if you don't have foundation strongly, if you don't have your foundation strongly, okay, then at any time of at any moment, okay, your knowledge is not support to you. So these words we were learned repeatedly, or we were listen, okay, from our childhood onwards, isn't it? So here also, first of all, if you want to develop a project, okay, don't go for learning the approaches individually, or which means models, whichever we have learned till now. We have is 12 or 13 models we have learned. Okay, don't try to learn those approaches. Okay, that approaches may support for that particular project, or maybe maximum 2 or 3 projects. Okay, after that you need to learn again another approach, like that, another one, like that. You are keep learning, towards that, if you are towards that particular project, if you are going to learn in such a way. Otherwise, if you can learn this software development methodology, okay, towards these principles, means your own, you can choose any one of the what process model, any one of the process model directly. You can implement any time, you can remember any model. Okay, or otherwise you can selfly, you can by using these principles, okay, you can create in your own model itself. Okay, that kind of capacity this principles has, instead of learning that individual process models, isn't it? So here I'm going to, this concept is going to teach us what it is teaching us. Okay, as a software engineering student, better to learn the principles of your software engineering. Okay, if you are familiar with what principles of a software engineering, okay, you can play with any project, or you can use any kind of model of a software, what process, any kind of process model, or otherwise, okay, yourself, you may create one new kind of software process. Okay, so this kind of knowledge you should gain from from this software engineering subject. Okay, this is about software engineering knowledge. If you will see what next slide. So continuation of this slide has some. So what, who, why? So if suppose what is a, we have some discussed about process and practice. What are those? How those are related to our subject and all. Okay. Now we are going to see this one. First of all, software. First of all, I want to discuss about software process. What is generally software process? Okay, it is a step by step approach to solve a particular problem, real time problem, isn't it? What is a process? If one customer came up with one kind of real time problem, to solve that real time problem by using a software, if we will follow some step by step approach to solve that problem, that is called a process, isn't it? It's a step by step approach to solve a real time problem by using software. That is called a software process, isn't it? So this software process provides everyone what this step by step approach has, or this step by step approach has means, which means how to, okay, solve that problem step by step, isn't it? So here it provides everyone with a roadmap. For example, if we will take one roadmap, okay, if apply this software process is like a roadmap, it will support to, okay, reach a successful destination. What it will do? Okay, it will support us to reach a successful destination. If we have some roadmap, okay, if we want to travel from Guntur to some Hyderabad, okay, if you have some roadmap, go this way, I mean, if you have some roadmap to reach the what Hyderabad, okay, then that is a software process. By following that route, okay, we may reach that destination, that Hyderabad, right? That is called a software process. So what is practice here? How these practice and process are related to with one another, which means if we will take the practice, see the first point, software practice is a broad array in the sense collection of some elements, isn't it? So it is a broad array of principles, concepts and methods, and one more thing is there, tools. Okay, it is a collection of principles, concepts, methods, tools to develop a software project. Okay, considered as is a planned and developed, is called a software process. If we will take our old example, what it is, some road example we have taken now. What is, if we want to travel from Guntur to Hyderabad, so if that, I mean, that is our what problem means, how to solve. If there is a process, okay, there is some directions or some roadmap is there. By following that roadmap, we can reach our destination in a smooth manner. That is a process. Clear? Coming to a practice, okay, coming to a practice, it provides you with a details you will need to drive along with the road. It provides some details Okay, you will need to drive along with road, which means where is you will get some bridges, some roadblocks, and the folks are located. Okay, this practice is instructs you to how to drive and where you need to slow down the driving. Okay, where you should speed up your driving. So like that, everything. I mean, practice in the sense, what are the hurdles are there in between? Okay, how many toll gates are there in between? Okay, so like that, each and everything it will give small instructions how to drive on that particular road. Okay, if we will ask somebody, okay, they will tell us, okay, I mean, if you will go to that what through that particular village, okay, there is a some, you will find some bridge. Okay, you will okay, travel towards that bridge, like that some instructions will get in that road map. If we will have each and every point, every instruction, there is a signal. I mean, if you will check the navigator will tell us everything. Okay, about in 2 kilometers you may get one kind of what small bridge, or otherwise you may get some signals. Okay, some junction, you will reach by junction. Okay, like that it will give some instructions to us while traveling. Okay, if you will okay, on some navigation device, navigator in your phone or with the device, it will instructs you. Okay, please watch out. Okay, there is a turning, I mean, dangerous turning is there. So like that, okay, it will give some instructions related to that particular place. So like that, this the practice is, it will give a each and every small and, I mean, towards good points and towards bad points while traveling. I mean, while traveling through that particular road. Clear? So it will give instructions to how to drive. Practice. Process means just this is source, this is destination. Okay, this is the roadmap which you need to go through this. Okay, first to go to the some what from here to suppose some what Satanapalli. After that, some more one place will come. So like that, each and everything it will give some destinations only. But in between, what are the things we should face? It won't give the instructions to us, isn't it? So that is the practice and process here. So in this practice, we have some we should learn some principles. So practice is a collection of some principles, concepts and methods, and also some tools. So if you learn the principles of that particular practice, remaining things you can clear or you can follow easily, right? In that, here we are going to discuss the principles. What are the first principles? Principles that guide process. So if you are following or if you are doing some process, what are the principles you should follow? You should learn related to your process. And next concept, principles related to practice. Okay, like that. And principles related to framework. Principles related to framework in the sense, so there are 5 phases now. Framework has principles related to communication, principle related to a planning, principles related to a design and a construction and a testing. Okay, like this, these are all we are going to learn now. So first of all, principles that guide process. Already we have seen these topics in earlier session. uh, Now here there are actually 8 points are there. Principles that guide practice, sorry, principles that guide process. What is the first one? First one is be agile, which means whatever the process method you have chosen, okay, you should work as a agile methodology. Okay, so whatever the important what points in agile methodology, so you should implement all those into your development project. Okay, that is about principle 1. Coming to the principle 2, focus on quality at every step, which means while working or while developing your project, okay, take care about some quality at each and every step or at each and every function of a project. Okay, that is one of the important point. If we see third point, be ready to adapt, which means any kind of changes will occur while developing a project. Okay, ready to adapt those kind of changes, or otherwise not only changes, if any kind of challenges will occur while working with a project, okay, you should face that challenges too and adapt that challenges too. Okay, that is about third principle of process. Coming to fourth principle, build an effective team. So while if you want to work, okay, uh, what if you want to work with the team, so choosing of the team members should be a okay very important role. So each and every member should be a efficient one and also some liable one. Okay, so if such kind of people you may choose working of your what project, it will give some effective outputs, or otherwise working will going on in a smooth manner, isn't it? The selection of persons also plays an important role for teamworks, isn't it? And coming to the fifth principle, establish mechanisms for communication and coordination. So better to follow some mechanisms, okay, to overcome communication gaps between stakeholders and organization people, or otherwise within a development team. So all should work coordinatively, cooperatively to finish off this task. That is a fifth point of process. Coming to sixth point, manage change. So already we have discussed this word in a adaptation, which means any kind of changes will be okay. I mean requested by some stakeholders or some management people related to your organization. Then you should accept further changes too. You are ready to accept the changes too, and assess risk. Okay, while developing, while whenever you start or to work on some project, you should assess what is the future risks. If you will develop this project in this by using these tools, is there any risks will come in future or not? If there is a chance to get risks, how to overcome that risks? So like that you can assess the risks, okay, as early as possible while developing one software. And eighth principle is create work products that provide value for others. So whatever the work you are doing, for that there is you should create your own templates. Okay. So after creating that own templates, somebody will follow your work. I mean your templates to finish off their projects. Like that, in such a manner, you should work on a project, isn't it? So work products in the sense, it is related to a prototypes. I mean, always try to think in a creative manner. Then you will get some new thoughts. Whatever the new thoughts you will get towards that project, okay, try to apply that new products as a template. So if you will design one new thing, automatically the other people, other product people may use your design, isn't it? So like that. These are about principles that guide process. So while learning, if you want to get knowledge about software engineering, you must learn principles. Principles towards process, principles towards practice, principle towards okay, and other framework phases, right? If we'll move to the next one, uh, I think it's already 4:50. We will discuss these principles that guide practice in next session.